Kia ora, and welcome to Tuesday's Economy Watch, where we follow the economic events and trends that affect New Zealand. I'm David Chaston, and this is the international edition from interest.co.nz. And today we lead with news. Trump seems to be seeking a way out of his morass, and parts of the financial market is cheering the shift. Planned strikes on Iranian electricity production and energy infrastructure have been halted for 5 days, after Trump claimed very good and productive discussions with Tehran. He is maintaining the claim, even as the Iranians scoffed at his claims. Probably what is happening is that the Americans are talking to Pakistani officials who claim to be in discussion with some Iranians. Taco in action, and equity markets liked the shift. The oil price retreated sharply too, but the US dollar sank and the bond markets have maintained most of their risk premium in the face of this instability in American policy making. Meanwhile, the IEA boss, speaking in Australia, accused the Americans of not realising the damage to the global economy that they've already done. And the Israelis are continuing their latest strikes against Iran, probably unhappy with the Trump backflip. They'll likely keep things very unstable. Meanwhile, in the US, the Chicago Fed's National Activity Index decreased yet again, its 9th below-trend result in the past year. And since the start of March, nowcasting forecasts for the US economic expansion have fallen away noticeably. And that is reflected in updated construction data for January. It fell from December, when a rise was anticipated, to be less than 1% higher than year-ago levels, far less than accounted for by inflation. The worrying part for them is that it is private construction that is weak. The only strength is in public construction. Residential construction is tailing off faster in this data. In Singapore, they reported that inflation dipped to 1.2% in February, but they also reported that their core inflation rose to 1.4%, and while that isn't much different to their headline result, it is their highest level since late 2024. In the EU, consumer sentiment has taken a dive in March, likely for the obvious reason. It is now back to October 2023 levels all of a sudden. And staying in Europe, it's probably worth noting that the French far-right parties failed to make meaningful gains in weekend local elections. And in Italy, the right-wing government also failed at a referendum to change their constitution. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now just on 4.34%, down 5 basis points from yesterday at this time. And the price of gold will start today down $104 from yesterday at $4,386 an ounce. Silver is actually up $1.50 at $69 an ounce. And American oil prices are down $8.50 to $89.50 a barrel, while the international Brent price is down $11 to just on $101 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is firmer against the US dollar from yesterday, up 20 basis points at 85.5 US cents. Against the Aussie, we're up 50 basis points at 83.5 Australian cents. We're unchanged against the yen. Against the euro, we're marginally firmer at just under 50.5 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today up 20 basis points at just on 62.2. And the Bitcoin price starts today at $70,555 and up 2.6% from yesterday. Volatility over the past 24 hours has been high at just over plus or minus 3.3%. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.